Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is all set and ready to introduce many different revelations, twists and turns, as well as surprises that will lead to saga-wide implications in this story by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is actually all set out to be the darkest film of the Skywalker saga and of the sequel trilogy itself, by director J.J. Abrams and even creator George Lucas, and the main reason to doing that is, of course, to set up the tone for the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren and exactly what their paths are going to look like in this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are inside of Palpatine's throne room, where it said that Palpatine is giving Rey and Kylo Ren a lecture about the ways of the origins of the dark side and the power of the beyond. It's explained that one of the scenes is said to involve a moment where Palpatine is described to provide both Rey and Kylo Ren a vision of themselves as part of his Rule of Three plan as Sith Lords of his new Sith Empire by Palpatine's side, where one of the visions is said to involve Kylo Ren with a Darth Vader helmet that holds a different design being placed over his head, where Kylo is said to appear far older, where the other sequence is said to involve an older version of Rey with a double-bladed lightsaber blade, both standing by Palpatine's side looking at a world full of ashes. The vision is best described as apocalyptic on a world that is described to be associated with the original trilogy, showing a destroyed city that could very well be the world of Coruscant. It's explained that the vision is very dark and sinister for Rey and Kylo to witness, and that Palpatine unveils his vision for Rey and Kylo for the future. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really interesting about this is that we do know that Palpatine is going to have a big presence in this movie. He's going to have a massive impact on how Rey and Kylo Ren are going to advance throughout the story from start to finish. Now, in this particular scene, it's said to actually involve Palpatine providing a vision to both Rey and Kylo Ren about their future selves, of what they could become if they do indeed embrace the power of the origins of the dark side and the, of course, power of the beyond. One of the visions is actually said to involve Kylo Ren with a Darth Vader helmet being placed over his head that is said to be a different design, however, not the exact Darth Vader helmet as seen in the past 8 Star Wars movies, give or take, right? So when we think about Episode 9, alright, the fact that they're also exploring Dark Rey in this vision that is provided by Palpatine as well, to show her potential future as a Darksider, or as a Sith Lord, if you will, a part of his Rule of Three plan in his new Sith Empire, sounds very, very dramatic and very dark, and that's exactly what JJ wants to do. He wants to make this the darkest Star Wars film there is within the Skywalker saga in order to just make it feel different. Now, I don't know if you can really top Revenge of the Sith. If you look at Episode 3 back in 2005, that's a very hard film to top in my opinion, because you have the whole story with Anakin, the younglings, you have everything with Padme, all those different storylines, right? So in order to top something like that, it's really going to take a lot of great techniques on how you're going to execute these scenes on the big screen and how it's all going to be done for the characters of Rey, Kylo, Palpatine, you name it. Now, this is all said to take place inside of a strange throne room, and there's a lot of reason to believe that Palpatine's new throne room in Episode 9 is going to be based off of Palpatine's original throne room idea for Return of the Jedi being based in the Sith cave with a lot of lava surrounding his throne. So, like I've said before in the past, this movie does have a lot of things going for it. It does have a lot of potential to mark itself down as the best film of the Skywalker saga if they do follow things correctly, and if they do want to explore certain aspects of the movie in different ways than ever before. So, the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren are said to go through a series of tests in this movie when it comes to Palpatine and his involvement with the characters of Rey and Kylo, and that this is indeed going to be one of the tests that both Rey and Kylo Ren will be going through, a challenge if you will. And that's a very interesting thing, because we do know that throughout the movie, it's going to be very much an emotional roller coaster for Rey and Kylo, where toward the end of the film, from what we have heard, is that there's actually going to be a moment where both Rey and Kylo are going to be civil toward each other, which could very well indicate that there's going to be some kind of Ben-demption or a Kylo Ren redemption arc, if you will, at a certain point in time in Episode 9. And the last thing I just want to touch on is that, it's going to be very intriguing to see how Ian McDiarmid is going to portray the role of Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker, and exactly how he's going to compare to how he was done, or how he actually portrayed the character in the prequels and of course in the originals. I think it's going to be a very surreal moment to see Palpatine interacting with both Rey and Kylo Ren and all the other characters on the big screen that will interact with Palpatine as well in this movie, such as the new Sith Empire. Anyways guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.